fighting in the 178-pound weight division. In the red corner from the Soviet Union, Viktor Egorov, a very experienced, tough left-hander. He's a brawler, get in and slug all the way. Across from him, from Menneson, Pennsylvania, still in high school, is Michael Moore, a young fighter with great promise against the much more experienced Soviet Egorov, fighting in the 178-pound weight class. The referee from Port Charles, Louisiana, is Floyd East. There's the bell. 3 rounds in amateur U.S. Olympic boxing. 20-point must system is the scoring.
One thing you'll notice, Don, is that the Soviet boxers are mostly southpaws. They do not turn them around as we do in the United States. Now, these two gentlemen have met before at the Goodwill Games, and Egorov in the quarterfinals won a split decision, 3-2. Moore tells me he has his number, and he feels like he can win this time.
As in Olympic fighting, the white portion of the glove must strike the opponent for it to be a scoring blow. You can be penalized for hitting with the black portion of the glove. Straight on strikes are what the 3 judges score the fight on.
Moore has a good ability of slipping a punch. That means bending by the waist and letting the head go left and right.
20-point must system. The winner of the round gets 20 points. The loser 19 or less. 3 scoring blows equal 1 point. And a fighter can lose a point for being cautioned 3 times.
You notice that right hook was illegal, thrown by Egorov. It was a wide hook that landed on the palm surface.
Soviet fighters very often lacking the hand and foot speed of the Americans. The Soviets are so technically sound. Great counter punchers. They capitalize on mistakes. 2 weeks ago in Sacramento, the Soviets beat the Americans 6-8. Now it's a big left hand, scores. Egorov stunned for the moment, and now sticking very nicely with the left hand is Michael Moore, the teenager from Menneson, Pennsylvania, outside Pittsburgh.
He must get by that right lead of Egorov. Egorov has a good right jab. Remember, he's a southpaw. That right hand leads, and there's a good left hand also by Egorov. And watch how he brings his hands back to the position. They are really precisionists, these Soviet boxers. You can't make any mistake against them.
Two left-handers who fought in the Goodwill Games, with Egorov, the Soviet, winning on a split decision. Good right hand lead by Michael Moore. These 2 southpaws have landed a lot of punches in the first round. Hard right hand by the Soviet. Now Moore comes right back. Scoring punches.
It's a beautiful straight left hand by Moore. He's coming on strong, beginning to build up his combinations, showing confidence. Egorov got hit hard enough, he's beginning to drop his right hand, which means he's a sucker for a left lead.
Less than 20 seconds to go now in the first round, a 3-round bout. Down to 10, and we're in the count now in the final 5 seconds of the first round, and a very active one back after this. Round 1, our NBC Sports counterpunch stats show that American teenager Michael Moore connected on a substantial number of his punches, 39%. We're now in round 2. In our unofficial scoring, the round would go to Moore. There's 1 Soviet judge, 1 American judge, and 1 neutral judge from Canada. They score the fight. This is round 2, 178-pound weight division. Wearing the red shirt from the Soviet Union, very excellent and experienced fighter, Viktor Egorov, against a teenager from Menneson, Pennsylvania, Michael Moore.
Now, Egorov is making a mistake here. As he throws his right jab, watch how he drops his left hand. That means that Moore can throw a hook right over the top and score. Let's see if he does it. Both exchanging.
Snapping those right-hand leads. Moore with the reach advantage has been scoring.
Moore seems the heavier puncher. He's throwing the sharper blows. And every time he throws that right jab, he's snapping Egorov's head straight back. There you saw it.
Egorov came back with the right hand over the top, though. But Moore continues to pile up points, hitting the white portion of the glove on the face of his Soviet counterpart, Egorov. Beautiful left-right. Right-hand lead, snapping into the face of Egorov.
Egorov is using a body slide to try to get away from that right lead, but he's being nailed right along with those snappy right jabs by Moore. He's one of our real Olympic hopefuls for '88, only 18 years old. Look at that protective headgear. That'll slow down the blows 40%. The impact is diminished. That's another safety rules of the Olympic Games.
And in 84 years of amateur Olympic boxing in this country, there's never been a fatality. The headgear, a tremendous asset.
Attribute that to the great coaches now of both nations.
Egorov, the Soviet in the red, bleeding from his mouth, taking those right-hand leads that have been snapped in his face by the American Michael Moore. Moore has his nose, and now Egorov, the Soviet, is staggered. It was Egorov who beat Moore, the goodwill games on a split decision, with the American coming back in this rematch. And now an adjustment on the glove of Egorov is made by the official, Floyd East.
The big thing with Moore is he's backing up Egorov, and when you back a Soviet up, you own them. You got to keep him moving back. There he goes. He's moving them back and scoring effectively.
Right hook off the lead. Stun Egorov. Moore, a very stylized fighter, hasn't had a great deal of experience, but tremendous natural ability. Very quick combination, scoring to the Soviets. Another right lead. Moore's glove covered with blood now in the white portion from snapping it into the face of the Soviet, who's bleeding profusely from the nose.
Moore must continue to back the Soviet boxer up. That's where they're weak. And if you'll notice carefully, the Soviet boxer is leaking from the nose.
Egorov in the final seconds of the second round, bleeding from the nose and mouth now. Don Cricky with Riley Schwartz back at the Astro Arena in Houston. Michael Moore, the young American fighter, scoring heavily in that second round. Almost half his 106 blows landed on Egorov, the Soviet opponent. Egorov, Riley, pretty well carved up in that second round. He was bleeding badly when he went to his corner. Round three, the final round of this three-round bout.
Well, you're seeing two fine southpaws, both men with experience. Moore with a tremendous right jab that'll snap your head. There's a beautiful 1-2 by Moore. He's beginning to dominate this bout. He's moving the Soviet back, and that's what you have to do if you're going to win. You can't let them take off on you.
Soviet very nearly cutting him with a low blow that was blocked by Moore. The Soviets, though, are very tough in the final round. They're very well-conditioned, experienced fighters. They kick into another gear. They're particularly dangerous in the final 3 minutes.
You notice Egorov is starting to bleed again and just bothering him. He's wiping off his nose, and that is a very annoying situation.
Egorov, the Soviet in red, bleeding from the nose and mouth. Unofficially, we had Moore, the American, a decisive winner of the first 2 rounds.
As I told you, Egorov is dropping his right hand, and Moore's left is finding the mark. I'm surprised to see the Soviet this careless. Beautiful left. Good leverage left hand by Moore as he scores on the chin of Egorov.
Minute and a half to go in the final round, round 3. It looks, Riley, like some of Egorov's punches have lost their sting from all the punishment he's taken.
That's just a caution. No points taken away for holding.
Soviet bearing in, and Michael Moore, 19 years old from Menneson, Pennsylvania, continues to fire that snapping right-hand lead.
Well, look out, world, because we have a real winner in Moore, only 18 years old. Caution for a head.
Under 40 seconds to go now in the final round, round 3. Soviet scoring now as the fight wears on here in the 3rd round.
Egorov seems to have picked up a lot of steam now, and like all Soviets, they're in tremendous condition. And he's coming on, Egorov. Moving Moore back. Moore's got to come back. He's got to suck it in and come back.
The Soviet, knowing he's behind, pressing the fight, scoring heavily in the late stages of the final round. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds. So the Soviet comes on strong, but it could be too little too late as Moore was the dominant fighter in the first 2 rounds. We'll be back with the decision in a moment.
Hi, this is
To raise the arm of the winner in this 178-pound weight division.
The results, a decision 2-1 in the red corner, Victor Egorov.
A chorus of boos greets a very unfortunate decision for American teenager Michael Moore. The decision goes to the Soviet Victor Egorov. Despite the fact our NBC Sports counterpunch stats show that Moore landed far more scoring punches during the 3 rounds. Now let's go to Raleigh Schwartz.
Here we are with young Moore.